What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be changing out the radiator fan. As I mentioned in my previous video, the radiator is a Mishimoto radiator, but when the previous owner put that in, he kept the OEM fan. Now the OEM fan is starting to die out on me. I went ahead and bought a Mishimoto direct bolt-on replacement from Tri-State Motorsports. I'm hoping this should be an easy install, so let's get started with this video. Before we get started with the Evo and I show you guys the new fan that came in, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a quick update on the Civic. So as you all can see, it's pretty much sitting the same way that it was in my previous video where I installed the Skunk 2 Ultra manifold, the Ross machine throttle body, and I went ahead and mounted back up the turbo. Again, all that's left is fabrication. I'm hoping I can take the car this week to the fabricator, get all the piping done, get him to make some mounts for the new radiator that I have, and then after that, get the roll cage installed, and then build the motor, build the trans, and then I think we will be ready for the track. Unfortunately, this build is moving a little bit slower than what I anticipated. Finding a fabricator has been extremely hard. I do not live directly in Orlando where everyone pretty much lives, so it was pretty hard to find someone, but I think I know who I'm gonna be going with. So when it comes down to it, I'll be showing you all who's gonna be doing it and hopefully get a few clips of him fabricating everything up. Also, when it came to the roll cage, I have been so undecided on what I wanna do, so I think I'm gonna be going with a 10-point roll cage. That way the car is fully ready to run 9s, possibly even 8s, I don't know. We'll see. That's the ultimate goal. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the full parachute mount, the full setup, so that way when the car is ready, I don't have to make any changes and we can just keep going faster and keep sending it. So that's pretty much it with the Civic. As soon as I have more updates for you guys, I will be recording more stuff and uploading it to the channel. I'm sorry I haven't really posted much about the Civic, but this is pretty much where I'm at and I can't wait for the next process that is coming very, very soon. So enough about the Civic, let's move on to the Evo. The real purpose of today's video is going to be installing the new Mishimoto radiator fan replacement. Inside the box, we have the fan shroud right here, along with a few extra goodies. A little air freshener. So not only do we have the fan shroud, but it came with some 3M tape to hold into place if needed. It also has a pack of bolts. So I went ahead and removed the radiator mounting tab. That way I can have some room to play with. Start by taking off these bolts that are right here. As you all can see, this engine bay is pretty tight. All of this stuff is so close together compared to the Civic chassis where everything is just so open and easy to get to. So grateful that came with bolts because these are extremely old and rusty. So I got the 2 top bolts out and looks like we probably have about 1 more that's down there. I'm gonna grab the light so I can check it out. And then hopefully this thing just comes right out.
3 hours later.
I had to remove the intake, so I went ahead and unscrewed everything and loosened these clamps up. Now it should just come right out. Gosh, all of this just to change the fan. This little box right here is what was holding me back. As you guys can see, was hitting on the intake. So here goes the OEM fan, and the reason why I am replacing this with a Mishimoto fan shroud is because this one was giving me problems. It sounded like it was dying out. There'd be times that it would be running probably for about a minute or 2 after the car was already turned off, and sometimes it wasn't running at all. I know that this was gonna go out on me any day, so I wanted to go ahead and get it replaced before I start getting bigger problems. Here goes the Mishimoto one. It looks pretty simple, so we're gonna try to figure this out and I'll see just how easy or hard it's gonna be. Here is the Mishimoto fan with the shroud. This is going to be replacing my OEM one since it is dying out. Just want to talk about it really quick. There's a huge weight difference in the two. This one is actually made out of aluminum, so it's so light versus this one. It's pure metal and it's extremely heavy, so that's going to be pretty awesome too. And not only that, but if you guys put them side by side, this fan is a lot bigger. And this is gonna take up a lot less space compared to the OEM one. So I'm excited to see how much space I can save. This came with the fan, and the purpose of this is to put it on the fan itself so that way there is no vibration when the vehicle is turned on. Put the two bolts in right here. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them and then we can put the bottom ones in. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown because I kind of did a lot and did not record. I have the fan already mounted back on. I have all the bolts tight. I went ahead and marked them. That way I'll know if they ever move. This is something you should always do to all of your bolts after tightening them so you can know if they've ever moved or not. I went ahead and mounted this back on, so all that is left is to do the wiring part. This is from the Mishimoto fan. Here I have the OEM fan, and I'm gonna have to remove this so I can connect it to the new one. I have two different ways that you can wire this up. You can just cut these and wire it directly, or you can use the OEM module that comes with the car. Now I googled this. This goes for about almost $300. I think it's like $275. I found it online. This basically tells the car when to turn the fan on at a certain temperature. So this is something that you're gonna wanna keep. You can wire it directly if you want it on all the time, but I am gonna keep that. That's a very expensive piece. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I went ahead and loosened this already, so it should be really easy. Have the module. I went ahead and put some heat shrink on this and it's all wired up and ready to plug in. These are the two main plugs that are needed for the radiator fan setup. This is the harness that goes from the car and we are good to go. All right guys, so everything is wired up. We are good to go. I'm gonna find a place to mount this somewhere nice and clean, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together. Just wanna note that if you are having issues with your fan, I would definitely check the module first. This is replaceable. Again, I believe this part is around $275 online. I haven't called Advance or AutoZone to see how much it is from there, but be sure to check this first because this could save you a lot of time if this is the problem. You can literally just switch this out and this should determine if it is the fan or the module itself. So as you all can hear, everything is on and it's running really great. I'm happy. It's way stronger than the factory fan for sure, and it looks a lot better. So now the car has a Mishimoto radiator and a Mishimoto fan to match with it. That's it for today's video. I installed the fan. I didn't have enough time to raise the car up, so that's gonna be in another video. Gonna try to use one of my friend's lift. It'll make it so much easier to just have the car on a lift and I can adjust suspension within 30 minutes. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I will be recording, so I'll bring you guys along the way. I just wanna thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. If you aren't already subscribed, be sure to do so. Hit the thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. I will catch you all in the next video. It's right here.
The that? Shit! I'm dying in this country ass up town. Shit flying in my mouth. I can't see pollen. I can't see me.
I have no fingers, so I can't feel anything.
2,000 years later.